Hey, Hatman again.
And it's Sam, and today we went to Mettam Pools, which is just north. It's about 20 minutes north, which is different for us. We usually do like a 3 hour or an hour journey away, but this one's a short one and it's close. It's just a little beach section, like a little pool, that's right near Trig Beach. So as I mentioned, it was only about 20 minutes north, just on the freeway. Pretty easy to get to.
Yep, there's a picture of Sam and Mum in front of it. So some issues. We wanted to record using the GoPro because we started not use that. We used to use the GoPro a lot for the canoes. You can see the top right. It's a Hero 4 with a nog light, and we mounted it on a bit of PVC conduit and had all of the conduit attachments for the canoes. But this time something that we could use. So we got all new Cressy swim gear, and Sam got a one with a GoPro connection, and because she had a bit of issue using the snorkel at the aquarium, we got one with a special valve on top. They normally have the valve down below, but this has got a valve to seat, so if it water rises, it actually closes it off, which is quite cute.
Yeah, I found that every time I turned my head in the water, like my snorkel would just get filled with water, which kind of takes away from the experience when you're constantly having to take your snorkel out.
So how did it go with that? We've used the valve below a lot, but the valve on top, did that work okay?
Yeah, it worked a lot better. I didn't have to do it nearly as much, and it was easier to like spit up, like when there was water in it. But we were somewhere with waves this time, so it was kind of unavoidable that water would get in.
Yeah. Okay. So this is it. My understanding is it's that area there. Now the issue is everything around it. At low tide, it's very clear. Here is a pool. Okay, low tide, there it is, no problem. But at high tide, where you get in here, we had some big waves smashing against the concrete ramp, and right when we're there's a lot of big waves. I thought, a bit worried about going in. And then along here, you have these really sharp rocks. We'll see it later. It's really sharp. So we ended up going in over here. And this will look like. Sammy.
It's a funny noise.
You're going through some. It's a bit shallow here.
It was.
And when you get shallow, guess what? You get hit by waves. So that's something to expect.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to like the surface of the water.
It's fishy.
And so it makes little happy noises when she sees fish. I really like that fish. He was actually really big.
Yeah, there was a lot bigger fish, but unfortunately with the GoPro on your head, you can't see if it's on. And Sam thought it was on and it's off, and on and it's off. So yeah, GoPro learning going on.
I was freaking out. Didn't know where you were.
Yeah, George and Charlie came out. Yeah, George and Charlie came out, and then they went right out, and I chased after them and left Sammy, and Sammy turned and went back. And because I wear glasses out of the water, I can't wear glasses in the water, I couldn't see Sammy, and I freaked out a bit, so I'm freaking out trying to find where she is.
They all went like a bit further out, and I'm not that confident in the water, so I just stayed where I can kind of touch the floor. There was lots of little fish like that on the floor.
Yeah. There's another one. There's quite a few. So, yeah, so this is the sort of rock I was saying that was really sharp. Like, it's really sharp. And you can see the tides are a bit higher than sort of low tide you normally go in. And that's quite sharp. If you hit on that rock, that's pretty sharp. So as you look across, so this is now heading towards the north. You can see the concrete bit where it goes in. The tide's even higher now, and the waves have dropped, but they're quite big waves hitting that concrete section. I was a bit concerned about that. And you can see the rocks in about the middle of the screen going up very sharp all the way up. So if you don't go in where they see the people up that ramp, that's pretty slippery. The waves are big. It's a bit dangerous to go in there. So we went in.
Yeah, especially with flippers on.
Yeah.
You don't have the balance.
No. So here's Mum and Sammy. So that was it. What do you think, Sammy?
It was good, yeah. I don't think it was like a great one for learning how to like use the flippers and whatnot, because the entry is quite difficult. And there's also current, so you're fighting against that, and it's a bit of a safety concern. But if you went at a good time, like when it was lower tide, I think it'd be really cool. And the fish were really cool as well. They were much bigger than like other places that I've seen, and I was so happy. I love fish, and I love big fish.
Yeah, I think when we went to the aquarium, just you and me, it wasn't fantastic, but we learned a lot about it. And when we took more people, or took Mum, we knew what to do and what it was like, and made it real fun for her. Perhaps we should have done it with this too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all this trial and error.
Yeah, trial and error. And was it like having the GoPro on your head rather than having to hold that stick?
It was way better to use, but I just wish I could figure out if it was on. Because like if you get it wrong, you're turning it off when you think you're turning it on, and then you're just like doing nothing and you're filming it, and then you're like, this is so cool, let me turn it on, and you turn it off, so you're not filming the cool parts, which is annoying. Which is like why I asked him a lot, like, is it on?
Yeah. Okay. Okay then. That's it then. Thanks very much.